Howdy folks, I'm WheeledJustice and we're playing Ikki. Ikki is the Japanese word for riot, revolt, rebellion, or insurrection. Which makes sense because the story of Ikki is that you're a farmer named Gonbei who's fighting against the overlord who's raising taxes on your land. Apparently, this is even called Farmer's Rebellion in some places, according to pages on arcadehistory.com and literally nowhere else besides Wikipedia. So, take that as you will. You may have seen me picking up coins around the map, like that one. That's the goal of this game. They're called Koban coins. You've probably seen them before being held by the Japanese Lucky Cat, or on Meowth's head, because he's based on the Lucky Cat. That places this game firmly in the Edo period of Japan, although revolts back then were usually more than one person. Now that's the in-game story, but there's a meta story to Ikki as well. Ikki's what's known as a kuso-gē. Or kuso-gē if you don't want to sound like a racist stereotype. The term kuso-gē was coined by Jun Miyuchi in 2002 and literally means crap game, as in a game of crap. The term is used to describe any game, usually games out of Japan, that is just the absolute worst. If I'm being completely honest, having played this game multiple times, I can say that I believe this is not a kuso-gē. I'll tell you why, but for now, you see that smoke I got? This is why I got it. This old man is throwing onigiri / rice balls / jelly donuts, and for some reason, I've been tasked with getting them all. Wikipedia says he's either a god or a hermit or a sage, so this is either training, some kind of divine test, or just a crazy old man who's forcing me to play a game to entertain him. So it's time to talk about my feelings on the game as a whole. Like I said, I enjoy this game. A lot, actually. It's a fun little genre-less action-adventure maze shooter thingy. I've played far worse on the Famicom, including games that came out before this one. However, there are moments in this game that I can consider it a little unfair. For one, you just have to blindly wander around until you find the coins. There was a map in the arcade version, but no more. That's not a huge issue though, because the coins aren't randomly placed. They're in the same spot every time you play the level. The main issue of this game is with enemy placement. They have a bad habit of spawning directly in front of you and killing you before you even have time to register that they're there. It's the only thing keeping this game from being fondly remembered, in my opinion. But as somebody who considers Bloodborne as one of his favorite games, I actually think that it's a nice little challenge that tests your reactionary skills. I do want to mention that I have not played the arcade version, so if I play it, I might like it significantly more than this version. This version might be awful compared to that. The term kuso-gē was coined specifically to refer to this version of the game, to the Famicom port, and I know that some people fondly remember the arcade version of this game. Just nobody I've ever personally met. So it's very possible that the arcade version is just that much better with its map and better scrolling. Regardless, I don't think this game is bad enough to be considered a bad game. I want to point out that every enemy in the Famicom port, including the handmaiden that's humping my face, is straight out of the arcade version. They just cut out a couple of enemies. They didn't add any new ones. So honestly, I could only picture this being worse with more enemies. Oh, hey, are you ready for the worst game over screen ever? God, I hate that noise. Thanks for watching my episode on Ikki. Let me know what you think about the more formal, more informative me, and join me again next episode when I throw it all out the window for a long-form Let's Play. See you guys then. Bye!